Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to WANTAPRENEUR Wednesday. So my name is Patricia Cimino and I am a certified life coach and I help people with what's next, right? I help them discover the next chapter of themselves. And this little mini series I created because over the course of the last year, I've had a lot of people that I've worked with who've decided to go on into entrepreneurship. They started to pursue a business idea and bring it to fruition. So I thought it would be fun to highlight different women entrepreneurs that I know that are just rocking out their businesses. And so I have selected for the last 12 weeks, this is my 13th week, women from all different backgrounds, women that have a bricks and mortar, women that have a service-based business, women that have products. So all different types of backgrounds. And today I want to introduce to you a friend of mine, Lauren Goodwin, who is the owner of Colonial Barber Shoppe. So welcome, Lauren, to the broadcast.
Thank you so much, Patty. Good to see you.
Great to have you. So I know Lauren from yoga. So I know her from coming to my classes and from seeing her at the yoga studio, 4-Par Yoga, which is where we go. Plug. And I saw her one day and she's like, yeah, I opened a barbershop. And I'm like, what? You what? You opened a barbershop? Tell me more. So I want you to share with the audience everything. Share with them your business and let's just go from there.
Well, hi, my name is Lauren Goodwin and I'm a resident of Western Springs. I actually grew up here and I never said to myself, I am going to raise my family here and own a business. But once I started establishing myself here with my kids and within the schools, I fell in love with the community and just always knew that in my future, when the time was right, I really wanted to have something that would help out and give back to the community, but in a businessy sort of way. So a little bit about me. I'm actually an English literature major from the University of Michigan. And I never, ever wanted to be a teacher, but my dad told me, get a good education that has a lot of writing, communication, and then just do something that you love. And I did that. I actually worked for the Chicago Sun-Times for about 5 years in advertising and was able to network and landed a job at Eli Lilly and Company, which was a business in itself. I ran about $1 million worth of doctors' prescription habits, their whatever prescription they would work or would run for the mental health industry, which was super sciencey and medical. I knew nothing about it, but the best takeaway was learning that you can do whatever you want as long as you do the research and put your mind to it and learn something new. It taught me how to be a businesswoman within a corporation. I ran my day-to-day operations. I ran my own relationships with my customers. And in the end, I was able to retire from Eli Lilly, and spend some time raising my young family, which was great. However, my mind just always worked in that businessy sort of way. And my husband and my son would go to this cute little barber shop uptown Western Springs. And it's true what they say about barbershops. Whatever happens in the barbershops kind of stays in the barbershop. And my husband came home and said, I'm really sad because the owner of the barbershop just doesn't think that she can keep the financing together, and she's having some problems with her partnership and her employees. And Lauren, I really want you to meet with her and see if it's something that you'd like to take over. Started really thinking about it and just, again, thinking about what I could do to make that business grow, what I could offer in terms of my creativity and just my business mind. And I thought long and hard about it, and knowing that I had my husband's support from the get-go was a huge motivator for me. And I thought, I am going to do my research and find out what I can do to make this business grow. And 2.5 years later, and yes, I own a barbershop. So
Oh my God. Has it been 2.5 years already?
yeah, it's 2.5
Wow.
years.
That is crazy. I love it. I love hearing that. But I love the whole idea that, really you can set your mind to do whatever it is that you want to do. And it sounds like you had a really good foundation and you had some real life experience in the business world, which gave you a flavor for running a business because you were running your own book of business, right? That's so cool. So tell me, okay, so you were working for the corporation. Now you're working for yourself. What has been one of your biggest challenges?
Well, honestly, so my business is a little bit different because I didn't start it from the ground up, which I am so inspired by so many women who are able to build something from nothing. So I consider my business a turnkey business. We already had a space. We already had the clientele. We already had sort of the product. So my perspective was, what can I do to make it better? And to me, that was change. And mostly my clients are men and boys, and men do not like change. A lot of people don't like change, but especially men who come to the barber shop, they want good service, they want a comfortable place, and they want to see the same people. So for me to come in, they had never met me before, and they would see boxes of tile, boxes of new barber chairs sitting in the corner, new lighting. They kept saying, oh my gosh, when are you going to change the price? They just got very nervous. And so my job was just to kind of comfort them and say, look, I'm going to make this the best experience that you can have. And it's going to keep you coming back. It's going to keep you happy, and you're going to tell all your friends. And change is really hard. And that was over the period of about 3 months. We ripped up all the floors, gutted the property, and just changed it without, I'm really proud of this, we did not sacrifice any business days. We did it on the days that we were closed, and we lost no business because of it. So
that is so awesome.
It was good, yeah. So change is hard.
So now tell me, what is it that you love about being an entrepreneur? I mean, compared to working for like a big corporation, which you were working for before.
Honestly, I just love the interaction with the people. I am a total people person. I so enjoy opening the barbershop every morning and just being there for the first 20-30 minutes by myself. I do all the bookkeeping, I do all the banking, I do all the service checks, if you will, and sweeping it out every morning. It just gives me a whole sense of pride of ownership, and just seeing that every day is a new day, and you just never know what it's going to be like. And I love greeting that first customer and saying, can I get you a cup of coffee? And waiting for them to see their barber. So
yeah, so here's something really good to know, audience, is that you don't need to be the person doing the
service,
right? The service. Like Lauren, you're managing the whole thing. So that's
exactly.
That's cool. You're just putting in your business sense to make it happen, to grow it, and letting everybody, hiring the right people to do the work. I love that.
That is true, Patty. I thought, what can I contribute to, since I didn't go to barber college, I've never been a stylist, I've never owned a salon, and that would be a bit of advice for any entrepreneur, is that do your homework, do your research. Even if it's scary, if you don't know the business, there's so much information out there. There's so many people that you can talk to, so many questions to ask, and you learn as you go. You really do.
And did you find that it was easy or hard to like navigate like the financial stuff, like with the banking and all that, or how was that? Because a lot of entrepreneurs, that's a big thing, the finance, how, especially a bricks and mortar, like.
Right.
Building out, I get that, but.
So that was our biggest challenges. And I'm lucky. When I say we, I do have a business partner, and she is one of the head stylists, which is great because she's the one who is interacting with the clients all day and does the hair cutting. And that's where her shortcoming was, is she couldn't keep up with, the bookkeeping and the banking. Again, I sort of have that business mindset. I was able to come in, and I know a lot about Excel and creating spreadsheets and sort of simplifying the business and keeping track of those sort of things. I have a great relationship with my accountant, and my husband is a finance guy. So he was able to sort of walk through, what a profit loss statement should be, and what it looks like, and what sort of where ends need to meet in order to sort of turn a profit. If you don't have someone in your family that is knowledgeable, there's so many people that you can meet with and ask those questions, because at the end of the day, you do need to have a good business plan and sort of know where your friction point is with your monthly and annual expenses versus, what you're bringing in. So.
Great advice. I love that. So, best mistake you've ever made in this journey that you've been on?
So when I joined up with my business partner, I think I mentioned it was a turnkey business. And even before my business partner, she's been there for about 15 years, but this establishment, the Colonial Barber Shoppe, has been in this exact location for over 40 years. And because we were doing this from the get-go as a partnership, we decided we were going to change the name. So I filed all the appropriate paperwork. I went down to the county and the city. I was going to open the checking account. We were just waiting for the assumed name to be official, which meant that it had to run in the paper consecutively for 3 weeks. And about a week into this, I literally woke up in the middle of the night saying to myself, what are you doing, Lauren? This has been, the Colonial Barber Shoppe, and sometimes you don't have to reinvent something that's already good. So I panicked and I called my business partner. I said, Nancy, what are we doing? We've got to stop this, and I don't know if I can. So I called to the county, and I was on hold and transferred, and finally I got to this wonderful man. He looked at my paperwork and he said, Lauren, you made a mistake. You filled out the paperwork wrong, and your change isn't going to go through unless you come down and sign this document. And I said, I don't want to. I'm good. So it was a really good learning lesson. If you slow down, take a deep breath, and realize that some things don't have to change, and they're already, it's going to be okay.
Oh my God, could you imagine for your clientele if you changed the name? That really would have threw them for a loop.
They and just looking it up in the yellow pages, we still have some old customers that, look up in the yellow pages, or even Googling it. They wouldn't have known if we were still in business. So I am so grateful that I made that mistake and was able to keep the name.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Lauren, tell everyone where they can find you, because a lot of this audience is a local market audience. So tell them where you're located, tell them your hours, tell them online where they can find you.
So we are in Uptown Western Springs, directly across from the Starbucks. Uptown, the address is 1050 Hillgrove Avenue. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 to 3 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome. We offer a hot lather shave, the old traditional way to get a great close shave that could last up to 2 days. We do all boys and men's haircut. And I'm launching something new. There's more to come, but we're going to do a little ladies' day for siblings of, little boys who get their hair cut. So I brought in a new stylist, and I think it's going to be on Monday starting this summer, but we're going to do just simple girls' cuts.
How sweet is that?
For little ones. Yeah. So I'm excited.
I love it. Awesome. Well, do you have a website presence?
Yes. I do not have a website. It's my next, line of business. So, but you can find me on Facebook. Or
What's the name? Under what name?
It's under the Colonial Barber Shoppe.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And Instagram?
Not yet. That's my other thing. I'm working on that. I'm pushing myself to get out there on social media.
Awesome.
So yep, to come.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Lauren. I'm so happy I got a chance to interview you. And to the audience that's watching, I hope this gives you some kind of inspiration if you're thinking in the back of your mind that you want to open something, but you don't have any experience in that particular category. Lauren is a beautiful example that that is not needed. If you've got the passion, you've got the desire, you've got some type of a drive for what it is that you want to do it. Don't wait another minute. And if you're in any kind of a fog about this, I offer clarity calls, about 10 clarity calls a month. Feel free to go to my website at patriciachimino.com and book a clarity call, and I can help you sift through the fog and maybe take some steps into the direction that you want to go in. Until next week, thank you for watching and have an amazing day.